Hello, I'm Amy Davis and I'm an embodiment coach and educator. So here is a short somatic or embodiment practice to help you feel a little bit more centered. So this is maybe feeling a little bit more steady in yourself, a little bit more on an even keel. So if you'd like to give it a try, I'd firstly invite you to start turning your attention ever so gently towards your body. And I always like to say to people, you only need to get as close to that as feels okay for you. So if you imagine your awareness being like a camera lens, you can either take a real wide-eyed view of that, or you can zoom right in. You can move that in and out at any point in time, or you can point your attention somewhere else entirely. And that's completely fine. That's great to do that when you feel that that's needed. So finding that level of awareness that feels right to you and getting curious about how your body is. And try not to label this. So try not to make it good or bad, right or wrong. So get curious about what's there at a sensory level. So it could be, oh, my body feels really heavy. Or it could be, oh, it feels really light, might feel numb. So don't make anything wrong. All of this is okay. It's all about getting interested in what's there. And then can you bring your attention to your feet? And can you notice how your feet feel against the ground, against the bed if you're lying down? And take a moment to hang out with that. And trying to keep that gentle awareness of your body. So noticing what's happening in your body as you do this. Can you check in with your hands? So getting interested in what your hands are doing, wherever they are. If they're resting against your body, what do they feel? Likewise, if they're hanging in space or resting on the bed. And do you notice any tightness, any gripping or holding of your hands? So you might find them making fists, you might not. They might feel really numb or difficult to connect to at all. Again, this is all okay. It's all about noticing what's there. And then without trying to force anything, can you invite your hands to soften? Even if it's just a touch more, just 1% more. Again, noticing how that feels. And then can you bring your awareness to your back? And can you look for a sense of length in your back? So however this comes up for you, it might almost be tracing the bottom of your back up to the top of your back in your mind's eye. So looking for any feelings of length. And check in that you're not holding your breath as you do this. You don't need to do anything special with your breath, but try just not to hold it. That feels quite challenging, and sometimes it really can. Take a breath out through your mouth. Maybe sigh that breath out. And then just as you look for a sense of length, can you also look for a sense of width in your back? So it might be the width from the back of one shoulder to the back of the other shoulder. Once you've got a feel of that, maybe looking for a sense of both length and width. So finding a feeling of both length and width at the same time. And trying to stay with how this feels in your body, noticing any subtle shifts. So that could be in how your body feels. It can also be your emotional state or your mental state. And again, we're not trying to force anything, so you might not notice any differences, and that's all okay. It's getting curious and noticing what is there for you. So taking a little bit of time to look for feelings of both length and width in your back. Coming back to the feeling of your feet against the ground whenever that's helpful. And then when you're ready to let that go, you might want to wiggle your fingers and toes. You might want to have a little yawn. If you want to stretch, by all means do that. So any impulse that arises from the body for tiny, subtle little movements, let that happen. And then take a moment to check in with how you feel now.